Hey family, welcome to Daily Dose of Wisdom with Charlene Marie. How are y'all doing today? So today we're going to be unveiling covert narcissism and understanding the hidden persona. So covert narcissism is a lesser known but equally impactful manifestation of narcissistic personality traits. Okay, so let's go into the definition now. So, covert narcissism refers to a subtype of narcissistic personality disorder characterized by a subtle yet pervasive pattern of grandiosity, self-absorption, and entitlement, often masked by introverted, insecure, or self-effacing behavior. Basically, you won't see them coming. Now, let's do a quick contrast between overt and covert narcissism. Okay, now, when you look at overt narcissism, you're able to see traits such as being loud, attention-seeking, and openly displaying their grandiosity. In contrary, covert narcissism, they're more quiet, introverted, and they conceal narcissistic tendencies behind a facade of humility or sensitivity. Okay, so let's take a look now at the key characteristics of covert narcissism. All right, first off, we have the fragile self-esteem. Despite outward humility, covert narcissists harbor deep-seated insecurity and a fragile sense of self-worth. Then we have manipulative behavior. They employ subtle manipulation tactics to control and exploit others while maintaining a facade of innocence. They also have a victim mentality, often seeing themselves as victims, deflecting blame onto others while portraying themselves as misunderstood or mistreated. Then we have passive-aggressive tendencies. They engage in indirect expressions of hostility, resentment, or anger, often through subtle sarcasm or backhanded compliments. Then we have envy and entitlement. They harbor feelings of envy towards others' achievements and believe they deserve special treatment or recognition. Now, let's take a look at the behavioral patterns that are exhibited by covert narcissists. The first thing they do is, or one of the things they do is they play the martyr, actively seeking sympathy and validation by portraying themselves as self-sacrificing or unfairly treated. They also use gaslighting, manipulating others' perception of reality to maintain control and avoid accountability for their actions. They use love bombing. This is where they engage in excessive flattery or affection to gain admiration and loyalty from others, only to withdraw it when their needs are met. They also use passive aggression, expressing hostility or resentment indirectly through subtle actions or remarks. Now, they have a chronic dissatisfaction. Basically, despite external achievements or validation, covert narcissists remain perpetually dissatisfied and seek constant affirmation from others. Now, let's look at the impact that this has on relationships. Okay, so emotional manipulation. This is where covert narcissists use subtle tactics to manipulate and control their partners, friends, or family members. Another thing is that they lack empathy. This is where they have a difficulty in understanding or empathizing with others' emotions, which leads to strained relationships and emotional detachment. So basically, there's a cycle of idealization and devaluation that also occurs, alternating between idolizing and devaluing others based on their perceived usefulness or ability to meet their needs. Another thing is that they have difficulty in conflict resolution. They avoid direct confrontation and resort to passive aggressive or manipulative tactics to solve conflicts. Now, how can you recognize covert narcissism, right? Now, let's take a look at some of these traits and how you can recognize them. First of all, you need to pay attention to subtle signs of manipulation, such as guilt tripping, playing the victim, or passive-aggressive behavior. Notice patterns of envy or resentment towards others' successes or achievements. You must also trust your instincts and feelings in relationships. If something feels off, it may be a sign of covert narcissistic behavior. Now, let's take a look at some coping strategies that you can use while in such relationships. One thing that you can do is to set boundaries. Establish clear boundaries and assertively communicate your needs and expectation. You can also seek support. Lean on friends, family, or therapists for validation and perspective. Thirdly, you should practice self-care. Prioritize your well-being and engage in activities that bring you joy and fulfillment. Also, consider professional help. If the relationship becomes toxic or unbearable, seek guidance from a therapist or counselor. So, let's do a quick recap now of the key points. Covert narcissism is a subtle yet damaging personality trait characterized by manipulation, entitlement, and a fragile sense of self-worth. Okay? By understanding the signs and implementing coping strategies, individuals like yourself can navigate through relationships with covert narcissists more effectively and protect your emotional well-being. Thanks for joining, y'all. Have a great day. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share with someone who may benefit.